Okay, I think I'm live here on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So, hello everyone, I'm Ken Schaefer, and I'm here to discuss all things related to men's sexual health. I do a regular series, usually it's at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. It's called the ABCs of Men's Sexual Health. Unfortunately, I had to reschedule things this week. I apologize if anybody was looking forward to watching me at 7 p.m. But it's just one of those weeks where my schedule is just all out of sorts. Um, so, on this series that I'm doing, the ABCs of Men's Sexual Health, I'm up to Q. Unfortunately, I was really struggling to come up with an appropriate word that starts with Q in on the subject matter of men's health and men's sexual health. Um, So, what I did come up with was quality of life. And that's a big topic. That's a big topic. Uh, but I would challenge everyone out there to ask themselves, how is my quality of life? Am I satisfied with the quality of my life? No one has a perfect life, but are you generally satisfied with how your life is going? And if it's not, or if you're not, I should say, what changes would you want to make to your life? And of course, they have to be realistic. Sometimes you have obligations that weigh down the quality of your life, family, friends, work, whatever. To some extent, you have to deal with those, but to some extent, you can change them. Um, if there's someone who's particularly toxic in your life, how can you be exposed to that person less, or how can you eliminate them from your life? If you have health issues, what can you do about those health issues? I find that way too many people are passively letting their doctor make all their health decisions for them, and the doctors aren't generally doing a very good job. If you have a condition that's fairly complicated, or for which there's no obvious cause, that the cause would require some work to determine, doctors are more likely just to start managing your symptoms than they are to actually treat the underlying cause of whatever your health problem is. And health problems really affect the quality of your life. And for men, quite often, it will affect your ability to perform sexually. And I don't know about you, but for me, that's a big element of quality of life. Um, when I was suffering from erectile dysfunction, it weighed on me. It was depressing. I felt like I was missing out. I felt like um, I was inadequate, and it turned out, of course, that I had some underlying health issues that had been going unaddressed. Excuse me, unaddressed for over a decade. And once I made the decision that I wanted to have a high quality of life, and I was no longer going to sit back and passively accept what my doctors were telling me, and I took control of my health. I went to find doctors who would help me and who understood what it would take to help me and not just manage my symptoms. They helped me get healthier. And it took a lot of work, but it was worth it. And my quality of life is vastly improved. I feel physically, I feel great. Um, I fully functional again, which is making me happy. Um, Now, I'm not saying that what you need to have a quality of life is the same things that I needed. I would say that for the most part, addressing your health and getting as healthy as possible will improve your quality of life to some degree. Of course, there are so many other parts to this: social issues, family issues, psychological issues. Um, you know, I'm just focusing on physical issues that contribute to quality of life. So I want you to think about what you need to change to improve the quality of your life. I want you to evaluate your quality of life. If you're happy and you don't feel the need for change, well, then I envy you. But I think almost everyone could make improvements in their life that will impact their quality of life. Almost everyone has room for improvement in this area. Um, and sometimes the decisions are hard to make. The decisions you have to make to improve your life are hard, but they, you know, they are worth it. And you have to realize that a better life is really just one decision away. And um, and if you make several similar decisions in different areas, it's it it all adds up. It all comes together and improves your quality of life. So I'm I'm beginning to ramble like I do. So this was not like um, a topic that I usually address. I'm usually addressing something fairly specific, like um, nitrous oxide and how it affects your erections, or um, supplements or diet or whatever. I'm usually focused on something fairly specific. This is not very specific, or at least not in the same way. It's more philosophical than it is medical. Let me put it that way. So, if you're watching my content, I hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. Uh, I really hope that you will share anything that I'm producing with anyone who might help. There's an epidemic of erectile dysfunction out there. And so, if you're a guy and you are suffering with erectile dysfunction, um, I hope you're following me. If you know someone else who's suffering from erectile dysfunction, I hope you're sharing it with them. If you're a woman and you know or love someone who is suffering from erectile dysfunction, I hope you'll share this with them. Uh, Also, I have a newsletter. Um, and if you go to my website, or if you're on Instagram, you can go to my links in the profile. If you're on other social media platforms, you should be able to find a link to my website or a link to my other social media, where if you follow the links, you can find a place to sign up for my newsletter. Maybe I can even post it. I'm getting used to the software. Uh, uh, I'm going to post a link to my website where you can sign up for my newsletter, and then I'll post another link. Uh, I hope I hope that's visible to everyone, and I'm going to post this other link to um, sign up for my newsletter. There's a special offer in there. I hope Now, if you're on Instagram, you're not going to see these. But if you're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, um, you should get these. Oops, I posted the same link twice. My mistake. Here we go. Thank you for being patient with me. It's turning out that doing lives is fairly complicated, and getting used to the software that I'm using to multicast to Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm getting used to using that. It's great. Unfortunately, Instagram has not yet released to me the ability to use multicasting software, so I have to do that separately. I have a separate device just for Instagram. And so Instagram losers, you're not getting the same content that everyone else is getting. Not exactly the same. I am considering, once this series is done, not doing live streams on Instagram, only on the other platforms, at least until Instagram gets around to giving me that functionality. But if you watch me on Instagram and you want me to continue with live streams on Instagram, let me know. Otherwise, what I think I'll do is live stream to the other platforms, grab the video, format it for Instagram, and upload it as a reel. All right, so sign up for my newsletter. Check those links. There should be, if you're everywhere but Instagram, there should be a QR code in the corner that will also lead you to my website where you can sign up for my newsletter. I hope you'll follow me on as many platforms as possible. And whatever I post, please comment. I love comments. I don't always see them as I'm doing the live stream, especially on Instagram. The other platforms, it's a little easier for me to catch the comments, but I always check for comments afterward, and I always follow up and answer your questions or whatever, reply to your comment. All right, so I got off on a little tangent there about social media and my plans for live casting, but this was about quality of life. I want everybody to have the best quality of life possible. So until the next video, have a great day, a great week, and I look forward to talking to you probably next Thursday at 7 p.m. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.